What am I looking at? What type of art is this?
Like street art.
I know, hot yoga. Have you ever done it?
I'm scared of hot yoga.
I'm already gross,
Yeah.
like without the heat, and then you add. I don't feel like it's safe.
We're here tonight at Printworks Gallery.
For William Conger's Crisscross series.
Oh, this is interesting.
This looks very fancy. So is a print? Does that mean this was somebody else's and then they just printed it?
No, I think that they're just not the originals. I think that that's what that means.
I mean, I know you can get like postcards of the Mona Lisa. Is that
Yeah,
that's
probably
like a
the
print?
same thing.
I think they drew these.
Yeah, no, these are not the prints themselves. As you can tell, there's like sketching on them, but like they're also abstract. I feel like they could all just kind of like maybe even go together.
You know what I think this would look good? And Kelly from 90210, her bedroom.
Oh, sure. Sure.
It would go with her pop art. I went to an audition for Wisconsin Lottery recently, and I had to wear a Christmas sweater. And the only Christmas sweater I have is my dead grandmother's.
Did you get the part?
I did not.
Okay. Well, somewhere
Yeah.
she's really
She
proud.
appreciated the shout out though. I remember when I got in my car too, I was just like, cause like I haven't washed it or anything, and I was like, it's still. No, did I look sad scratching off my fake lotto tickets as I did? Ding, how the bells ring so clear.
How are we going to pay for this funeral?
Yeah. Oh my.
Terrible. She's been waiting a long time. This reminds me of like that scratch art stuff. You know, like you get like that black thing you scratch away and there's colors and stuff. How lucky would it be if this guy just stumbled on some really cool looking scratch art? It's very flat but very poppy. You know? Kind of like my chest.
I kind of want to touch it a little bit. But it looks like whenever there's textures, I just want to touch them.
I know.
That's probably what they would use to like.
Decorate at like Chili's or something. At first, I really want to know how much some of those were. Because looking at those prices, I mean, I'm Jewish,
You're gonna make
but
an
still,
offer?
like, I was like, that's ridiculous. This is why the economy's falling apart. It's art. We're here at the Hilton Asmus Contemporary.
For Lorraine Peltz Luster.
This looks like the dorm room I would have never been able to afford if I could have afforded college.
This looks like Shoshanas on girls.
Now, a lot of these look like chandeliers to me, but I think this
I caught on to that too, Reena.
But I feel like this one's more tribal. No, it's definitely just a chandelier. I wonder if that is part of it, the
I
actual
wonder if
chandelier.
they put it up just for this. Oh, I know what that technique's called with the little drops. That's called spatter.
That's very Jackson Pollock.
Is it?
Saw that film. I want to know what happened to this artist that she was so either like inspired or disturbed by chandeliers.
Examine the ideas of memory, place, and identity, particularly in relation to women. Now, I didn't pick up on that.
I didn't at all. Some
Yeah.
of these are a little Lisa Frank.
Like when I was in third grade, I would have loved that folder.
I would have gotten in trouble for stealing that. I want to know more about how women are chandeliers. Is it because we illuminate those around us?
I don't feel like I do that.
You probably do.
I do? Thanks.
It talks about like imagery and symbolism, but I don't get the women thing. The last one was like scratch art. This one's like a spirograph. This is the voice of our generation. I want to see a light bright exhibit.
No, this is different because in all the other ones, the chandelier's hanging from the top, and in this one, it's hanging from the bottom.
Nobody cares about your pain, and everybody thinks you're crazy.
I like how, yeah, there you go. Chandeliers are just pain.
Chandeliers equal pain, and everybody thinks we're crazy. That's what I've got. He kept asking us to buy paintings.
Yeah, and I said, I can't buy them. Why? Because you're young? No, because I don't have money.
Young people can have money. Oh, man.
Not me. Thanks for bringing it up, pal.
So that was the art district. Are there many art districts?
Listen, I hadn't been to that one. That was fancy.
That is fancy. That guy, when he was telling us, like, okay, just so you're not in here making fun of us. And I'm like, this is all art. We do art too. It's not like about going around and disrespecting. It's just that my art happens to be a social disorder where I say inappropriate things. My mom's real proud. I'm excited to see the galleries in an area like this where it's almost like people shouldn't be here.
Yeah, where it feels like you'll be assaulted, but it's actually really fancy.
We're at the Kaja K Gallery.
For Diane Christensen's Cup Freaketh Over.
This looks fun. I think that's meant to be like a cross between an elbow and a tree branch. It's like
You know
a
what
lot
this
of
looks
arms.
like though? Like this paint, it looks like it's rock.
Well, this is like a canvas I can see.
Doesn't it look like
a tile.
like stone. I need one of those just in case I get an intruder, break it over their face.
Do you think that this one, she like accidentally spilled some black paint and was like, well, we're going this way now? This looks like a guy jerking himself off.
Oh, it does.
But like art in an art way. I love like the mixed media. I love when they do stuff on, like the fact that it's not on a canvas.
But look, feel it. It's like, I don't think it's this.
Yeah. Totally.
That's wrong. Could anybody buy this, or would you have to get the corner measurement? I get what you're saying about the tree, but that looks like hair.
If that is an arm, that's like the arm from Requiem for a Dream.
Did you hear about the hornets in China?
No.
They're stinging people, and then whole holes form in their arm, or anywhere they're stinging. They have a whole entire hole.
See, like I like this one, but I also wonder, like when you're painting, when do you like you just do this and you're like, you know what, that's enough. But I definitely am way more into and responding more to stuff when I'm like, that just happened, and then you decide that's art. You know what I mean? Instead of being like, I'm gonna paint 17 chandeliers. I mean, you can't compare it.
You're so mad about this.
I'm not mad. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Can I just interject? That orange thing almost to me looks like a nutsack.
That's what I was exactly thinking. When you automatically notice trees and the earth, and I was just like, I see penises. Do you hit your head on your ceiling in your current apartment?
You know what I hit my head on all the time? Our fucking chandelier.
No, you don't. You don't have a chandelier.
Fair point.
I mean, you're young and you could have money, you just don't. There's a pole. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. We had this man named Glenn that worked for us. He was retarded, but like he drank himself, so like I didn't feel bad for him.
Wet brain.
Glenn made me a birthday card on my 12th birthday, and in there he put a picture of us, and he wrote, "You got the hole, I got the pole, baby. You got the hole, I got the pole, honey. You got the hole and I got the pole. Let's all go swimming in your crawled asshole. Honey, baby, be mine." And I showed my mom because I was very disturbed.
How old were you?
Like 12 or 13. It was like my birthday. Like that was like my birthday card.
Oh, she's ready.
And she goes, "He doesn't know any better, isn't he so silly?"
And let's see if we're right. But the probability of murder, if that's increased, I think the art level goes up. You don't want to walk around here at night.
Oh yeah, you gotta really want some art.
That's got to be good art.
Found the art.
Gallery.
There it is. Let me get a good shot of that.
But I'm just like, how would I fit that in my apartment? You know?
We're here at Human Thread.
For collateral damage.
Look at all the feet.
I noticed that. I thought it was really odd.
It looks like the injured ones are white and that one's just deadly. He's just drank too much.
Yeah. What'd you do at war?
You gotta drink too much at war. I'm gonna drink too much at this war.
Yeah, do it.
This reminds me of Fern Gully. Life is like Fern Gully.
No, I think it's like I'm so alone in this place where I don't speak like other people speak, and I feel so weird, and this dog's the only love I feel.
They're surrendering and they're gonna kill that dog. I don't know. I think this is cool how parts of it are like ripped up and stitched back on. I love the multimedia stuff.
See, I'm still weird because when I hear multimedia, I feel like I have to be looking at some kind of TV screen.
Like I used to do like photo mosaic stuff when I was in high school, and that I won like a multimedia award for that. So trust me, I know about multimedia.
I thought that was just called collage.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
My friend just had a baby. I should give your baby a blanket.
It's a war criminal.
Is that a skee ball or a baby skull?
It's definitely a baby skull. I think it's a statement about consumerism.
Maybe.
And the all-American baby skull.
What's more all-American than a baby skull? Nothing.
A baby skull pie.
There are babies in all those art galleries.
I know, there's
tonight.
so many babies who love art.
Babies are so into art tonight.
It's a hot baby scene. Some
Yeah.
of my friends are like afraid to watch like American Horror Story alone, and I'm like, I just don't want to watch like the medical channel. Like I don't want to watch like a surgery. Like you're flipping through.
Yeah, me too. The Strangers Inside Me, you ever seen that one? Where there's this fish, and if you're a man, do not pee in the Amazon River.
Well, because if you pee, it opens up the
It
floodgates.
opens, and then that penis fish gets in there.
That guy got penis fished.
You don't want to know.
The thing about red line guys is you know you're on the red line and you had sex. That's when you find out you had sex on the red line. When you're sitting there and you're like, ow, oh, I did have sex last night. Isn't that
not real sure.
You're just not sure. You're just not sure, and you look over and you're like, yeah, it's okay, you don't remember either.
I had this one night stand, and this guy ended up staying at my place, and I woke up and I was like, oh, thank God, he got the picture, he left. And then I looked over at my nightstand, and his boxers are on my nightstand. I was like, I don't know if he left without his underwear. That seems odd. And so I was like, maybe he's in the bathroom. So I go and look in the bathroom, not there. He is on my like love seat, like long way, sitting like with his knees up to his chest, buck naked with his balls out,
Ew.
completely asleep. And I was just like, oh, good choice, Clayton. Good job. Way to rock it.
I walked out of my bedroom one time, and one of my managers was sitting on my couch in his underwear watching 10 Things I Hate About You by himself. And we'd had a wild night, but I was like pretty sure that I didn't have sex with him. My roommate did, but what kind of a one-night stand is that where you hang out just to watch 10 Things I Hate About You afterwards?
Yeah, I'm like, why wouldn't you go home and watch that?
Yeah, go home and watch it. We know you own it.